So I'm just going to talk a bit about the Honda Grom and the Kawasaki Z125. I see a lot of like new riders, beginners starting off on these bikes because they're small bikes and they don't want to get a bigger bike. But imagine being in traffic like this on a tiny little Honda Grom. This shit's not going to instill any kind of confidence or real skills on a larger motorcycle. You're not gonna, you know, they're completely different. It's one thing, I think the Honda Groms and Z125s make amazing bikes for more experienced riders. But starting on something so small, motorcycles are already dangerous enough as it is. You want to be seen and stuff. You want to be on this motorcycle as a new rider in traffic and all that shit. Just, you're gonna be nervous. Forget about the size of the bike. Like the size of the engine, it's better to get like a 125, like a CBR 125 or something like that, or get an Aprilia RS 125, any kind of 125 like that, something that's a little bit bigger. Something that's a little bit bigger, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, if you're a new rider and you're actually thinking about fucking getting one of these bikes, don't. Get a 300 or something. You're gonna learn way more skills. You know what I mean? Way more skills. Nice bike. Way more skills on something like a 300 or even a 125 that's an actual size of like a real motorcycle. You know what I'm saying? Those bikes are just too fucking small. They don't handle well, they have shitty tires, shitty brakes. They're fun bikes, but not a beginner bike. Regardless of what people say, I don't think they're good beginner bikes. Why? Because you don't have as much power to get into. This is my opinion, of course. In my opinion, it doesn't matter. Everyone has an opinion, and opinions are like assholes. Everybody has one. Because the dynamics of a Honda Grom and a bike this size, like, no, I'm not talking about like my RSV4, but I just mean like an actual bike this size, whether it's a 300, 600, or 1000, like physical size. You know, going from a Grom to that it's not gonna help you out. It's apples to oranges. Now, I could easily go to a Grom and fucking rock that shit, but somebody coming to a Grom to a real size bike, it's different mathematics, man. Completely different mathematics. I just think it's so sketchy. Like when I see people, and I can tell they're new riders, but just the way they control themselves on a bike when they're in the road with traffic and shit. Riding along the side of the road, and let's say it's a 60 zone, riding on the side of the road like it's a fucking scooter. You know what I mean? Just little things like that. It's just, you can tell they're beginner riders, and it's just very unsafe. You can tell that they look nervous by just their body English. You know what I mean? That's my opinion on it. You're not gonna change my mind. I do think you should get something more along the lines of like a real size motorcycle, you know? You don't need to get a 600, a 400, or 500. They make 125s, they make 250s, they make 300s. I find that the Honda Groms and the Z125s are more built for experienced riders who want to have a little bit of a hooliganish time. You know what I mean? Or maybe someone who has been riding and they just want something to go around the block, something cheap and shit. I get it. But for a new rider, nah, it's just sketchy. You're not building any kind of skills. The only thing you're doing, really, is getting used to being on two wheels. But you know what? You can do that in a little bit bigger of a bike, and it'll be a whole lot safer. People are going to be whipping by them. Boom, 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 on this tiny little bike that already people don't see us, and let alone you're going to get on this little bike that all of a sudden the blind spots, you hide in every single blind spot. Like for me on a bike this side, the blind spots are technically smaller. I'm taller, bigger all around, more likely they can see me. On a bike that size, You're this tiny little thing. This tiny little thing. You could literally hide behind the bed of a truck and they wouldn't even be able to see it. I mean, depending how tall you are. But chances are, if you're like 6 foot, you're not going to be on a Honda Grom. Regardless. You might buy one for a second bike to fuck around on, but you're not going to buy one of those as a starter bike. And most of the people that I see doing it are actually girls. I don't know, that's my opinion on it, so hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and I'm curious on whether you agree with my opinion or not. And if not, you know, make some points, you know. Entertain your case to me, because I'm curious. I am always open-minded to hear people's arguments and their opinions on stuff, because not everybody's opinion is the same. Everyone has different opinions, and I love different opinions. It's what keeps you open-minded. So I thought I'd share my opinion on the fucking Honda Grom Z125 as a beginner bike. I think it's just, I don't know, I don't like it. I think it's bad news. You're not learning any new good skills. Fucking weird. Something gross in my mouth.